Let us start with the tips and hints for 100% success in English, Standard 10th, third language. Look at the quotation, the very famous one from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He has said, dream is not what you see in sleep. Dream is the thing which does not let you sleep. Now, this is a very apt quotation for all the students of Standard 10th. Don't just have a look at the dreams in your sleep. They may come into reality or not. But dream of those things which will not allow you even to sleep. So you become restless so that you can achieve your goal, achieve your aim, and that is for you the board's examination. Now let us have a look at the most important thing, that you all must study the format of the question paper very well. And if you are asked by anyone at any time, you should be able to tell, and you should be firm about all these things. Then only you can get success in examination. The most important thing is to know the format of the activity sheet. You must know that there are 6 sections of 80 marks written test. Section 1 deals with the language study, grammar part of it. Section 2 deals with the textual passage, reading skill, vocabulary, and grammar, along with the personal response, of course. Section 3 is about poetry, comprehension, and appreciation. There will be 2 scene extracts. Section 4 is non textual passage, that is one unseen extract, and it will include the summary part of it as well. Section 5 deals with the writing skill, and section 6 deals with the skills development, mainly the translation part of it. So the whole activity sheet is divided into these 6 sections. It's important to know this because you will have to concentrate on the different skills that are required in these sections. Let us have a look at the skill of writing answer papers in short, in brief. The most important things in it. The most important is your handwriting. It has to be legible, effective. The moment the examiner takes your answer paper in hand, he should get impressed. And the first impression is of that handwriting. It should be touching the line. Don't go on experimenting. Now, use various types, bold, small, but unless you are sure about your writing, it's it's better that you keep your running cursive handwriting out for a moment. It may be, if you are sure about. Keep the order of questions and answers the same. So students go on confusing. They go on changing the order. They start with question number 7 first. They start with question number 6 first. Don't do that. Go as per the order. Within that, within one question, also A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. In that order, you have to go. Don't mix up the order. You start with A4, then you go for A3, then you go for A2. Don't do that. Put the proper question numbers. Look at this. Look at your activity sheet. The same numbers you have to put in your answer paper. Don't go on giving your own numbers to that. They must be as they are in your activity sheet. Leave proper space after each activity, after each response, after each answer. Maybe you draw a line, draw proper shapes. For example, web, tree diagram, table. Use proper shapes therein. Then know the skills that are going to be tested in each activity, in each sub question, whether it is comprehension, whether it is for checking your vocabulary skills, or is it going to check your grammar or your own creation, imagination, construction in the personal response kind of question? Each question has got objective. Each question is meant to test something. And if you know well that what that question is going to test, check, then you will be able to concentrate on that. So study the skill of presenting the answer sheet very well. The most important part of your success is time management. Those who are able to complete whole answer paper of 80 marks in proper time, then definitely you will be able to get more marks, score more marks. When I ask this question to the children, they immediately respond that we have got 3 hours to answer. I say, no, you are wrong. You don't have 3 hours, but you have got 180 minutes. 3 hours and 180 minutes? Is it just the same? No. The moment you say minutes, you become conscious of, aware of each and every minute. An hour seems to be long period, but minutes seem to be very short. And therefore, you will have to take care of covering each and everything in a given time. And that you can do if you know how to solve all the questions and activities in the given time. Read the activity first. That is time saving. That is very, very important. You can't go on lengthening the time. Time is same for all. So how to gain time? How to control time and do the activities in that given time? Read the activity first and then the passage. Practice reading every day. Every day reading is most important thing that will improve your speed of reading. Develop good habits of reading. What are the good habits of reading? Read with your eyes. Don't go on reading with your mouth using vocal organs. Don't go on uttering the sounds and the pronunciation. Don't put your finger or pencil on the words and spell each and every word. Don't do that. These are some of the bad habits. You will have to improve your reading habits very properly. Avoid writing unnecessary details. Like if it is not asked, why you write? So write only if you are asked to write. Those points are very, very important. That sequence you all must keep in mind. Don't hurry up. Don't go for writing immediately. Think. And in your mind, you prepare the answer, confirm that, and then only write. And even if after that, you should read your own answers because you can find your own mistakes and correct them. Reading and correcting should go on from your side. You are the first judge of your own self and your timetable. The countdown has begun. There are very few days left now for the examination. So each and every moment is important. Study well, prepare well, and get ready. Possible because nowadays a lot of practice material is available for solving, for practice. So get that, get hold of it, and under the examination condition, start writing at home. Time management is the most important. Have a look at a rough sketch about how you can go about. For example, the question number 1, language study A and B, 10 minutes plus 5, 15 minutes, you must cover the first question. Question number 2, the textual prose comprehension passages. Again, there are two passages A plus B, 15 minutes each, 30 minutes. These are the passage from your text. Question number 3, it's a poetry comprehension and appreciation. A plus B, that is 10 minutes. So 20 minutes for covering up this question number 3. We are having a look at the time management as far as our question paper or the activity sheet is concerned. Question number 4 is a non-textual passage, unseen one, and along with that a summary of the passage. A plus B, 20 plus 15, 35 minutes. since you are going to read the passage for the first time. 20 minutes are there. Question number 5 is the letter writing, dialogue or speech. A plus B, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Question number C, information transfer, report writing, story writing. A plus B, 15, that is 30 minutes. And last question, that is the seventh one, translation, 10 minutes. And this will show that you should be able to cover up the whole answer sheet within 170 minutes plus 10 minutes. 10 minutes are very vital. Check whether you have covered everything, underline certain things, highlight certain things, and giving a final touch to your own answer sheet. 10 minutes are for that. This is my way of looking at the time management part of it. You wear a watch not just for the show. You will have to look at the watch every minute. That yes, now ninth minute, only 1 minute is left. I must finish this answer within 15 minutes. If you calculate accordingly, you will be able to cover the whole answer sheet in a given time, and then the success will be yours.